Okay, so this is the first episode of our Adventurepreneurialism vlog, where we're basically going to be going over the next few months some of our digital nomad experiences, the ups, the downs, and the pursuit of what we find valuable in life. Now, a lot of people are interested obviously in the financial aspect. That's good too, but there seems to be a great deal of the term wealth that goes misunderstood by those that aim to acquire it. Now, I myself am not just driven by money, but I am here because I love to experience certain things in life, and this particular motion has drawn us in connection with a venture capitalist firm over here in Asia. We're going to be helping launch and accelerate certain companies in the blockchain space. The first one of which is actually called Toon Token. They have another subsidiary company called Creator App, which was originally named Recordgram. Now these guys have they've won awards all over the world for this, and we're going to be looking to help them decentralize the music industry. But more importantly for me, this story here is about following the winds and the whims of business. Now, I own a ginger tonic company in Costa Rica. One of them. I also own a marketing and advertising agency that works in the background. We do things like search engine optimization, pay-per-click advertisements, and pay-per-view advertisements as well. Now, those are some of the bridges that brought me here. Now, when I started the Arcane Bear, I was strictly interested in sharing what I felt was valuable. If you look back, you can look back at the very beginning of our videos, and we were going over things like pineapples, guanabana, and DMT in the plant Mimosa hostilis. That drive of where I was coming from was strictly to share and communicate value. What I felt the internet had done a great deal of for me, which is the information aspect. It's actually decentralization at its finest. Now, people might want to argue that, but I believe that decentralization happens through all technology. The fact that I can come to you in 4K, upload this video, edit it, and do all those fun things in a very short period of time is in fact the decentralization of power itself. As all of my fucking dingy dongers go off, I should probably remember to turn those off every time I'm pressing record, because that's annoying. But nonetheless, let's take you into Korea for a little bit and share the rest of this story, because the first part of adventurepreneurialism is just that, adventure. The second part is the entrepreneur idea, and they do go hand in hand. Adventuring, you never know where you're gonna end up, like an ice museum. Traveling around Korea, you get smart just to, I guess, roam around and see where you're gonna end up. This entire place is all made out of ice. It's a good thing I brought a sweater. It's all the bears, the bear family. Hold on. Oh, crying girl. Okay, so we're back on the road again on our way to Singapore this afternoon. Wonderful time, Korea, thank you. I've had a great trip. It's brought a few things to mind. Now, one of the first ones is actually a quote that I'm reminiscing on. It says, "You'll worry less about what people think of you when you realize how little that they do." But it also means there's a lot of people that don't think about you at all. Now that comes down to learning about the important people in your life, what they mean and how appropriate they are and actually fit in what's going on. Some of the greatest lessons I've learned, because this is the Adventurepreneurialism vlog, about all this is being uber fucking grateful. That's what I'm practicing this as often as possible, to the point where I've actually gotten into just yelling for no particular reason. Not yelling when I'm mad, but yelling when I'm happy, yelling when I'm excited. When we were in Canada, we were yelling at the trees. It was a beautiful sentiment. I was so blown away by how beautiful it was to see fall. It had been a long time since I had seen the red and yellow of the fall colors. Now here in Korea as well, I got to take a day where I went to the art museum. Obviously some of this I've shared with you. I got to meet some really amazing people. just seeing the landscape and scenery here, how blessed I feel to be able to do all this. This venture capitalist company that I'm working with, thank you to them as well. A shout out to BlockOn. And this is the chance for me to really integrate two sides of the business world that I've been working on for a long time. I haven't worked for or with anyone for quite some time. And the last time I tried to do it, about last year, I screwed myself over because I realized I do a better job than most people. Now that kind of sucks because you also then realize that a lot of people are just out to take advantage of you. They realize that you provide opportunities that they could never likely get themselves. And as much as that's a downside as to the first sentiments we made, it's been a great learning lesson for me. There are those friends that I've made throughout this process who are willing to put me above the rest of their thought patterns, and instead of just, I guess, shrugging me aside and being okay with whatever, meeting those few people who are willing to drop things to help you, to be supportive of your own needs is actually very rare. Most of the people that I had met were more interested in taking advantage of the opportunities that I was able to offer. So this new process of me finding a place working with other people has been great because I'm not the boss. No one relies on what I say or do. I'm really good at what I do. I've been doing it for quite a long fucking time. So I'm very happy to be able to progress in that sentiment. And it's been, even though I feel like the last year had been a great loss for some aspects of the things I was working on because I know what I'm capable of, it's also been a great learning lesson, an invaluable one, to remember that most of those people don't fucking think about you. I think there's a good quote, I don't remember what it is, but it says, I think it's a rule of life from Jordan Peterson, hold on. Anyways, it basically says make sure you have a good attorney because any problems you do have, they will help make them less annoying. I've been very grateful for that process. A good attorney makes a huge difference. So thank you, AX. You've helped me through a lot over the last little while. Daniel, Lynette, you guys are champions and key characters in my ability to progress forward. A big shout out to BlockOn again for providing me this opportunity to grow at pitching and communicating with venture capitalist funds as we move forward, because there's a lot that we've been working on in the background that we do hope to be able to bring forward with you guys. So we're off on our way to Singapore this evening, and we're going to be bringing you episode number 2 of Adventurepreneurialism, and I'm just going to be basically going over quotes and sentiments of all the things that helped me during the good times and, more importantly, during the bad. This is Tio with the Arcane Bear. I hope you guys enjoy your ride. Remember to give us those thumbs up if you like this content. Subscribe if you're new to the Bear family. We will be going over a lot of the blockchain and crypto conferences in the Asian communities here, so if you happen to be in any of the countries like Vietnam, Japan, Korea, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, or India, we will be headed your way soon, so please leave those comments and thoughts below and I'll hopefully be able to visit you along the way.